Channing Tatum as Gambit has been something that was in the works for almost 20 years. He was actually in early talks to appear as the character in X-Men 3 before the character was pulled out when Brett Ratner took the project over from Bryan Singer. And then of course he was hired to star in a Gambit film under Fox that never ended up happening. And all of this, as it turns out, sort of contributes to why exactly he was brought back, according to director Shawn Levy. So yeah, after some 16 to 17 years of he might play Gambit, he won't play Gambit, hey, he was cast as Gambit, but ultimately that fell through, Channing Tatum finally got to play the character in live action. In my opinion, let me stress that again, in my opinion, if your opinion is not the same, that's cool. I would love to hear what your favorite part was or your favorite cameo. He was my favorite cameo in the film. Now yes, trust me, I love Blade more than anything, you guys know this, but Wesley Snipes as Blade is a thing I already know. Channing Tatum as Gambit, we never knew what would be possible, and there was many people saying it's never gonna work, he would fail, he couldn't do it. Him showing up on screen looking comic accurate and literally doing the exact Gambit that most people picture in their head was pretty awesome. So recently, director Shawn Levy was talking to Variety about making all the cameos and dreams come true, and they specifically wanted to talk to him a little bit about Gambit, what happened and what was going on here. And he said that the whole idea was that they had this script and they knew cameos would need to be featured in here / supporting roles. And when looking at it, it was Ryan Reynolds that was like, hey, Channing Tatum, right? He wanted to do it, he was cast, do you think he'd be interested? They reached out, he was. And then they said they knew he could also do the whole Cajun thing, that was literally his heritage, that's why he was originally hired, so let's play with that. And once they got him on set, they were like, well, let's see how you do it. And he just went full on into it, to the point where they were literally like, we don't even know what he's saying. Is he actually saying anything? And they decided to put that in the film and actually have that line about a dialect coach, because it was so foreign to most of them. Now, I don't know if many of you know any people that are Cajun in real life. I do. And some of these people, it's literally when we're talking to each other, if they slip into their accent, which they've worked on getting rid of, I can't tell half of the things that they're saying to me. It'd be like if I started just incorporating my native language Bosnian into English and people would be like, what are you saying? That's sort of like the disconnect. And he did perfect, in my opinion. You know, Channing Tatum nailed it. And they said that also it was something that they wanted to pay off because fans for so long knew that there was a possibility, but they just didn't know if it would ever happen. Well, here it was. He did Gambit. People seem to have loved it, so hopefully something happens with it. I mean, Secret Wars at least, right? Like, that's gotta happen.